Ladies, we are having a wee bit of technical difficulty, so bear with me while I invite Lulu on, because we weren't able to do it the other way.
Hello, Mum, my mother.
Wait to see if it works. Just while we're waiting, I did a quick half face. This is no makeup. And this is Liquid Touch Foundation. Let's see now. Come on.
Come on, Lulu.
Request to join the program. Right. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if it works. Come on, Lulu. Come on. I'm hoping this is working. Just realised now how red my face is compared to this beautiful side. Look. Lovely. So out of the Touch trio so far, this morning I have used this afternoon, this, and this. Okay, so it was just primer on, then foundation using the puff brush, which I haven't used in ages. So it was nice to use it for a change. Hold on, let me see. Is it working? Is it working? Come on, Lulu. Everybody's excited to see you. Yay!
Oh, hello.
There.
Are you there? I've got all the comments.
Oh, I can't rotate my device when I'm on a live. Oh, pants. Hold on.
What's that, sorry?
It's because I started mine up this way, and then I'm trying to turn it this way. So I might have to just go. I wonder how
I've just turned it around. How's that? I've got I'll have to yeah, I'll have to keep the comments off of myself.
Perfect.
Hello.
Yeah! So excited.
Couldn't get on. Are we gonna have
I'm just showing that that was my touch face, and this is my non-touch face.
That is absolutely fantastic.
Isn't it? And I didn't put any concealer on yet.
It's really good. Really good, really good.
My big red cheeks.
Excuse me, clip. Right, okay. I can't see the comments, so I don't know if anybody has joined.
It just says comments will appear here, so.
And I've just got be notified when Younique Pan goes live next.
Woohoo!
Right, I'll just carry on then. We'll just carry on, and then if anybody.
Well, we've got 3 people on. 3. Let me see.
Right, okay, so I'll just carry on. My name's Lulu. Hi. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to showcase a full face, really, of Younique products. So starting right from primer, right through to highlight. Mine's still white. So I recently qualified as a makeup artist. So I have a few little hints and tricks. I'm quite nervous. I've never done this for anybody before. But yeah, so I'll just go ahead and put some primer on. So primer is amazing. Basically what that does is it fills in all your little imperfections in your skin. Pamela has got the up-to-date version. I've still got the older version. So mine's a white, still in the white one. Lasts forever. And I like to start in the center of my face and just basically work it out. Cover everything. And then leave it a few minutes. And it's got like a silky texture to it.
I love the feel.
It feels soft, doesn't it? Feels really soft.
Like a baby's bum.
Just a baby's bum. And usually while that's sitting, and I mean, a lot of people do their makeup completely different. I start with my brows, believe it or not. I used to start with my full face and go straight in with concealer and foundation. I do my brows now, and then I do my eyes. Yes, I do have a brow kit as well. It's brand new.
I'm going to try and do it at the same time as you.
I gave my eldest my other brow kit. So obviously we use a brow artist brush. I use a Younique brow artist brush. So it's got a little end that's shaped and then a flat end on the other side. And I just go in with the shaped. Now I have quite dark eyebrows and I'm using, this palette is for blondes. I'm going to go in.
I'm ready.
And basically,
I'm going to have to bring it closer.
You bring it closer. Hello. And basically, I'm going to try and do it in the phone. So take from your palette, tap it on the top. You're tapping it on the top to get rid of the excess. Your brow shape, so obviously you follow the line of your brow. I always do the top of mine first. I'm going to try and do it. So if I look away, I'll come back. So basically, go along the top. Some people will use the gel because there is like a little gel. It's all numbered for you, 1 to 5. So I go on the top and then I bring it down the side. So you're basically just following the shape of your eyebrow. Your eyebrow. I don't start right near my nose, so I start here. And then I do the same on the bottom.
I'm trying.
Practice makes perfect, you know. And once you've got your shape that you're happy with, I mean, Younique do pencils, Pamela?
Yes.
So you'll be able to draw in.
I have one somewhere.
So you'll be able to draw in. So basically, I mean, you can see where I've not coloured my coloured in kind of thing. I've just basically, sorry, too much water. I've just basically followed the shape of my eyebrow.
I've got big brows. See, this is what I struggle with. I struggle with brows.
I used to.
You make it look so easy, though.
I'm practiced.
I think I need to be more practiced. I never forgot now. I have to come so close. I'm sorry. I'm just so short-sighted. I'm like a mole.
It doesn't. Oh, we've got 6. Hi, everybody. For those that have just joined, I'm Lulu, and obviously everybody knows Pam. I am going to try and showcase a full face of Younique products. I've already primed, and I've already discussed it. There's no real right or wrong in the way that you do your makeup. I prefer to do my brows and then to do my eyes before I do concealer and foundation. And that's just because if there are any loose products and they go onto your cheek or whatever, they're easier to wipe away because you're not going to be wiping your foundation base off. How you doing, Pam?
I need work, but I've got a brow now.
But you've got a brow, but
Yeah.
I think what you've done is you've brought it down. So go slightly past the centre of your eye to get the point.
And then go down.
So your end is here. Your end is here. Can you see? Because you've not got your glasses on. Your end is here.
I'm coming close.
And turn it out to like just over half of your eye. Slightly more. Slightly more.
Big nose.
You too. Lovely Italian nose. Slightly in a bit. You've gone right to the end. So
Yeah.
for the end of your brow needs to be kind of at the corner of your eye. But if you go from your nose, that's where it should end. About on point. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
And then like your little pointy bit or your arch or whichever you want to call it is slightly in.
Should be there. Huh. I'll master this. Should it kill me?
You will, you'll get it. You'll get it.
Practice makes perfect.
You'll be a professional before you know it. And I'm about to fill mine in, but I'm not starting from here. I'm starting from here. It's really difficult in the
I'm
phone.
putting my glasses back on. I want to see.
And it's best not to like, I mean, we're all guilty of it in a rush, aren't we? Put that much product on your brush that you're just wanging it about. So basically, it's best to start with little bits. So I have my brow filled in, and bearing in mind I started from here. So now all I'm going to do with the product that's still left is just, and that is how you get kind of, it's really hard to see in this light, but this little bit's not quite as dark as all this.
Yes. So gorgeous.
Let me see.
Megan, we'll have a little video call later with Miley Louise. Would you like that?
Yes, I would love that.
She'd love that too. She'd love that too.
There you go.
I nearly tripped over a box there.
Well, try not to.
I'll just carry on and do the next one, and then
We have 5 views.
sorry, I'm looking away. I'm looking in the mirror. Now this eye on me, I will be honest, my brows are microbladed because I have no brows. I have a tiny bit of hair here, and I also have a tiny bit of hair here. They just never grew back. So I had them microbladed, but I do have scars in them and little gappy bits, and I have a little bit just here. You'll see where my eyebrow thing's been. Where there's nothing, there's no pigment, there's no nothing. So I fill it in with powder. So there, that's my brows done.
Easy.
My brows done. And then I tend to, it's boiling here. The sun is out. It's absolutely beautiful. So I tend to just wipe my excess off in my little. And then number 6. So number 6 is like a wax. Some people use the wax first.
Number 5.
It is number. I got my glasses on. Number 5. See, it's a good job you're here, isn't it? Number 5. I just load my brush.
This one.
It is number 5. Yeah. So just load my brush and just go over what I've done, really, and it just helps to like.
What end are you using?
I'm still using the shaped one.
Point end. Okay.
Mhm. And again, I start kind of here, and then just put the excess at the ends.
Megan, close that door, darn, I can hear you.
My door.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
thank you. All I can hear is her computer and her munching.
Munching. Now, most people would leave their brows like that. I define mine. I don't know if you want me to show you how I define mine.
Oh, yes, please. Please, please, please.
So I always go back in after with number 3 or 4.
That to normal people like us, that is the pink one or the shimmery one.
Yeah. Right, okay, so concealer. There's a little trick how to define your eyes. Now, I'm in between shades, and concealers cover a multitude of sins. They can help you to define your eyes, your lips, your cheeks, whatever. I only stock Younique concealer. I don't have any other brand of concealer in my kit. And I think that's just because out of every concealer I've ever used, this is my favourite. So I'm going to go in with Organza. And I use, you're going to think I'm weird. So I just put a bit on there. And I take the flat end.
Okay.
You can do it on the back of your hands. I just do it on this so I don't get it all over myself. And I basically just dab my brush in. Now, I'm going to try and do it with my phone and see how I get on. But I go underneath. So I'm not going right from this edge. I'm going slightly in. And I go underneath.
Oh, wow.
And if you want, you can slightly bring it down because it doesn't matter.
That just makes it so crisp and clear.
Just makes, yeah. So
I'm loving this.
I can't say that I don't do it every day. I do it every day. Every day I do my brows, I do it every day. But it depends on how, like, kind of what style of makeup I'm wearing. If I'm wearing like a smoky eye, I will define so it stands out. And then again at the top.
You are the brow queen.
Oh gosh, I wasn't. I think with having none. You see, can you see?
Yep.
But I like to.
We're going to have to find a picture of you before you got your tattoo brows just to show everybody.
I've got one. I'll share. I'll share it. I have no brows. In fact, I think I've got a Younique one actually.
Lulu.
I think I've got a Younique one actually using the Younique brow kit. And I've got no brow on one side, and then obviously my drawn-in brow.
I think you sent that to me.
I was going to say, I think I sent it. And I've gone slightly above. You'll see I've gone slightly above, so that when I put my foundation on,
you've still got the.
I'm not actually going to touch that definition on that brow. So I'll just quickly go and do my other one. So if anybody's got any questions on anything, I'll try and answer the best I can.
I'll read them for you because I've got my glasses on.
Oh, yes, please, because I've not got mine on.
You're lucky you can see without yours. I'm just totally gone. So just in case anybody's tuned in and didn't see my wee bit at the front, I've got nothing on this side apart from primer, and I've got primer and touch foundation on that side. So as you can see, I've got big rosy cheeks.
I've got little red bits. Little red bits. Right, so that's my brows done. Lots of people don't bother with, where the dickens is it? Eye primer. Lots of people don't bother with an eye primer. Okay, and it's down to the individual. Some people will bring their concealer down over their eyes, and I have done that, you know, brought the concealer down and given a base. But if you're using concealer and you're giving a base, it's always best to like try and set it a little bit with some powder. I still set it slightly with a bit of powder using the primer, and it's just the behold. But if you prime or conceal, then it's concealer brush. If you do that, then obviously it helps you to make your pigments in your eyeshadows pop a little bit. And I tend to just, well, to be fair, I just throw it on. I'm not very precise.
No, there's no like professional word for throw it on. You apply.
No. Apply. I apply that. No, it's not applied. I've applied. Setting spray. There's a little trick. Setting spray. Yeah, yours is behind. Sorry, I've got mine back to front because mine's not behold. I'm sorry. This is the only product that I'm using today that isn't Younique. I promise. I will show you everything. And a blending bud. Just spray it. A couple of sprays, and you dampen it, and basically you just dab in, and it just helps to set that into place.
I must try that now. That's a tip I haven't used. But look, I've cheated. I've got an egg for my bud.
I don't. I don't. I've got no end of stuff on here.
Chocolate egg.
So oh, that's an amazing idea.
Yeah.
I prefer to use the setting spray to make it stay. You can use a big powder puff and the behold. Always tap off the excess.
I never actually thought of setting the primer on your eyes before starting, so that's a new one for me. I should be taking notes.
It helps to stop the creases. Right, so today I have palette 1. Those glorious colours. Palette 1, you can see my favourites. And I have palette 3. I love palette 3. So I'm going to do two different eyes.
I'm trying to find a pen up here.
I'll start with palette 1.
It's now official. I am note taking.
At least this is on your page and you can go back to it and
Yeah.
obviously I like to start with a crease brush. Everybody's completely different, you know, and some will start with like a deluxe brush. They'll start with the brush that's got the sponge on the end or it really doesn't matter.
See, I'm really bad. I start with the fluffy thing.
I've used a cream brush, a blending brush.
Yeah.
Any brush. I like the crease brush because it's more precise. So I'm going to go in with like a transition, and for my transition I'm going to use, it kind of like it's Chipper from palette 1. Chipper. So again, it's just a light and a tap, and you want to be, but like I've got hooded eyes.
I'm in that club too.
I've got hooded eyes, so you can see where the shadow is caused by the light, so it's here. So I'm just going to go in with the chipper, and I'm going to start at the end here, and I'm going to bring it in and round, and then bring it out. And I'm using little circular motions to get it in there. And I tend to kind of like blend it out a little bit using this. And I'm trying to go for like a simple everyday look.
Yes, because I'm a simple type of person. I need simple looks. But at least then, if you show a simple thing, then it means that everybody's not going, oh, I can never do that look. Whereas if you're going to make it really simple, then it's going to be like, oh, that's really easy how to do that.
Like practicing cut crease and glitter in the middle, and I was like, glitter in the middle, and I was like, my goodness me, you know. And it does come with practice, you know. I won't profess to be the most perfect doing it on myself, but to do it on a model, I find it much easier to do it on a model than I do to myself. But I think that's because a lot of my clients are young ladies that want to go out and they want to go, you know, they want a full face for clubbing, or they want a glam look for a party or anything that they go to. So, you know, they want that wow factor, they want the glitter, they want the, you know, the really dark smoky eye. And I find that really easy on them because obviously they're youthful and it's really easy. And I think as you kind of like get older, I think you slightly change the way you apply things. It's kind of like almost the same technique, but kind of different in the way that you would apply it. So I feel that that's blended enough for me. The clean my brush.
I love those.
Do you know, this is like a godsend, an absolute godsend.
They're amazing.
An absolute godsend. I do have a makeup brush cleaner, but it's a different brand. Now then,
I've got one.
I think I'm actually going to go in with Swanky. So I'm going in with a glitter.
Ooh, yeah.
With a glitter. With a glitter. And again, you can, if you want to, you can use whatever, well, you can use whichever. I prefer a brush, to be fair. So I'm going in with Swanky, and I'm going to put this all along my lid. So I'm going all along my lid.
You see, that looks gorgeous already, and you've only put 2 colours on.
I love that. I love this palette. You know, this is like
one is you can either dress up or you can dress it down, and it's just, I think because the colours suit every eye colour, I think that's why everybody loves it.
And you'll notice that I've not brought any shadow underneath my eye yet.
Mm-hmm.
If you put your foundation and things on first, so if you've got your concealer on, you've got your foundation on, then you would be bringing some of these colours. So you would bring your transition colour underneath your eye, and then obviously you'd bring this slightly on top as well. I'm trying to do it slightly darker. I mean, to me, this looks really dark, and I know on camera it's not really dark.
It's gorgeous.
Now you could if you wanted. I'm just going to go in with the blending brush and just kind of soften that edge a little bit. So I'm not pulling it up. I'm just going in little circles just around the crease, because what I don't want to do is I don't want to bring that colour into my transition. You could, if you wanted to, just completely leave that as it was and put your eyeliner and your mascara on. I will, however, go back to my crease brush, and I'm going to take one of these darker colours, Zealous. So I'm going with Zealous, and I'm literally just going to pop this in this corner here, and again slightly circular, but bring it so it's kind of just here. So you're kind of creating like a little V. Can't use that mirror. And I am bringing that slightly, so you can just see that transition.
Mm-hmm.
To there. And obviously, if I had everything on, then this would be really the colour that I would bring round, but I'll bring that round once I've got
Your foundation.
my foundation and things on, because what I don't want to do is I don't want to catch everything as I go around. And if you feel that that needs a blend, again, basically all you're doing is softening the edges.
You're going so gently, it's lovely. Gentle brush.
So you're just literally softening the edges. You're not wanting to bring it any further up your eye, and you're not wanting to like bring that colour over into that colour. It looks very, very dark in my light, but I don't know if you can see like where it transitions. So you've got your transition colour, you've got your goldy colour, and you've got that. Now, if I had all my stuff on, I would then go in with Elated. You've got two options really once your eye's finished, and that's that you can pick your brow. You can pick your brow palette back up. You can pick your brow palette back up, and you can choose.
Oh yeah.
Either your white shimmer or your pink shimmer. If I was doing these colours, I would probably choose that colour, and then you would just define that little bit there. I'm not going to do that till I've finished.
Do you know what I do sometimes? For up round the brow.
Do you know what? I've got the same, and I prefer. I will say I do prefer this. I use this everywhere. I do use it everywhere. You'll notice I mean, I can't show you because Sherry Louise has mine, but you'll notice that number 3 and number 4, so the pink and the shimmery colour, are not really used in my palette because I always go to the Ala Mode. Always.
That's it. Ala Mode is just, I can't get over it.
So that's a basic, a really basic, and I'm going to just a normal. You see, I love it. Just a normal black pencil. I'm going to show you a pencil on this eye. I have one eye that I do like exceptionally well with liner, and another one that like messes up.
I think I do better on my right side because I'm right-handed. My left one is my bad eye as well.
So I'm going to use the pencil, and on my other eye, I am actually going to use the dip and draw. So I'm going to show you a different kind of look. And I don't know really how people like their eyeliner.
Eyeliner scares me.
Why does it scare you?
It's because I can't see what I'm doing.
To be fair, I'm using the phone. I can't see a thing. But if I'm doing an everyday look, I will use just a liner. Now you can line just the top of your eye, or you can give yourself a wing. A wing. I like a wing.
I know you love a wing.
So my wing, I'm going to try and show you. I go up into the crease. I always put my finger at the end of where my stuff is, and you'll see I've got like a tiny, but to me that looks odd. So I tend to I'm going to try and show you. Start at the point where it is and bring it in so it's a little bit thicker.
Ah.
And then fill it in. Can you tell?
Lovely. I need to get used to doing that. That scares me, but I like the way that the pencils are. It's nearly like a gel. You don't have to drag it. It's nice and gentle whenever you're pulling it across your skin.
Some people will go underneath.
Oh no, that freaks me out.
I'm not a great fan of going underneath because it makes my eyes water. But if you darken the top of your eye, and some people like to go like underneath in the underneath waterline. For me, when I do that, it makes my eyes appear smaller. So it's about, for me, I don't do that on me. I like to keep my eyes wide, and I accentuate underneath with the dark from the palette.
Yep.
I'm not going to put I'm not going to put mascara on until I've done the other eye. So I'm going to move across now to palette 3. I love this palette. I absolutely adore this palette.
Mine's a bit dusty.
Go on, Pamela. Choose my colours then, Pam. What would you like me to use?
Oh, right. I would like. Oh, can we go cheeky? I want cheeky.
We can go cheeky. I
Yeah,
love cheeky.
because that's just so me. Cheeky. So, would you start off with determined as your base, or would you go flippant?
You see, it completely depends because for me, I would probably use tickled.
Oh,
So tickled as my transition.
Okay.
And then I would probably go in with flippant.
Flippant.
And then I would probably glam it up a little bit with the cheeky. I love cheeky. I love cheeky. So I'm going to go in with tickled on my transition. And again, it's just finding that. And I do. This is quite pinky.
That's lovely.
And you can build that. I mean, any of these shadows can be built. So you can build it up and build it to kind of like what colours you like. So if you like a soft look, then you just do a light covering. If you like a heavy look, you know, like if you're doing a glam eye.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my transition. So that's tickled. And then flippant.
Josephine is asking, what look would you do for a wedding?
It would absolutely depend on your client. So on your client, it would depend on I always go on hair color, eye color, what kind of style of dresses. You would always make sure that you have a consultation before, find out her favorite colors, and so whether you could incorporate those favorite colors. Some brides like a more natural look, so they would go for more natural eyes and then have like a nudie lip. Some like glam eyes and like a nudie lip, or others. I've got a bride that wants the whole glam look. She wants glitter, she wants sparkle, she wants everything, but she's not wearing a traditional wedding dress.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say what colour a wedding dress is, but yes. So it really does depend on what your client wants, you know. And I would always advise anybody that's going to use a makeup artist to make sure that they have a trial before, and if they're not happy. To speak up and say, well, actually, that's not quite what I would like, because, you know, for me, what I wouldn't want is to go out and you know, do somebody's makeup and then her say, oh yeah, I love it, and then come away and see something and she said, well, I'm really not sure, I really don't like that. Yeah. I'm an upfront kind of person. I'd like to be told if you don't like it. You know, but always, that's why you must always have your
trial,
like a trial. So yeah, it completely depends, Josephine, on what colours you like and what you would like to do, really. So I'm going in with flippant, which is that one. Thanks, Pam.
I might as well do something like.
And again, I'm just gonna, because we're going for like an everyday look, we're not going for a glam look. And again, it's just across, literally just across your lid. And I love these colours. These are like my favourite colours. And if I was going for a more like, if I was going out, I would have probably have used the Ecstatic as a transition. And then I would have gone in with the cheeky across the top of my lid. And then I would have done the really dark irate. But this irate is absolutely amazing because the brush that we use for our brows, you can actually use that. In fact, I think Younique actually do, where the dickens is it? Yep. Younique actually do a liner shader. So it's precise on one end and then like a brush on the other. And you can actually use irate to use it as like a liner, which is really good. So yeah, that's that done. And I'm just going to go in with cheeky. And I'm going to do the same thing as what I did before. And start at the edge. And just bring it around slightly. So you're kind of like doing a V. And I'm bringing this one slightly higher. Only because I love this colour.
It's beautiful. I hope you're going to go out later with your one eye in palette 1 and one eye in palette 3. I wonder if you did go out like that, would anybody say anything? Because I know one day I went down to the shop with one brow done, and I'd actually forgotten. I'd just been the palette had just came out and I was playing with it, and I went down and I came back up and I was like, oh my god, I went down there with one brow. Word. Nobody said anything.
Nobody noticed.
Nobody said anything. Either they were just too embarrassed for me or thought to themselves, you know, oh my god, she's only got one eyebrow. And I've done parties with just one eye with mascara done, and nobody has.
I've done parties with half a face and
nobody says anything. I would be like, oh my god, look at the difference, or oh wow, you know. I think because my face is so red normally, and then whenever you see it covered, it's like, oh shit, you know, her face looks normal now.
So I've kind of brought that up more, but blended it out more, if that makes sense. I don't know if you can see. Yep. I love these colours. I absolutely love these colours. They're just my favourite go-tos. Now for the liquid liner.
This is where I'm going to start off with the pencil liner and teach myself it, and then I will try the dip and draw.
Basically, it's the I use exactly the same technique. It's just that I might pull a different face. Pull a different face with this one.
Why do we do that? Why do we pull faces? It's like whenever you're feeding the baby and you're putting, you know, oh, you automatically open your mouth for the child. It's like, oh,
you do your mouth. What's that? So basically, I don't start in the corner of my eye. So I don't start here like I do with a pencil. I start at my flick, but you'll have to excuse me. I'm going to do it in the mirror. So I pull my eye slightly, and I flick up.
Ah. Just to
and then I close my eye.
Or where your crease comes down, you just go out to the edge it.
And then I close my eye, and you'll notice that I bring that down to there.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell? So obviously I now need to fill that in. The key is keep your eye slightly shut, because obviously this is like quite wet. And I've not got the best of hands, so I've just caught that bit underneath. Not to worry.
Cotton bud, cotton bud. Oh, or blending bud, or blend. Okay, okay. There's the professional. The blending.
I use a thin blending thing. And then I go back in and I start at the beginning.
See, if I tried to do that, I would end up, do you know the way you see in those pictures where people end up with like nearly cheese wedges because they keep having to even out? That would be me. Josephine
I'm quite
says
happy
she's
with that.
thinking purple and red. Must be for the wedding colours.
What?
Purple
Purple
and
and
red,
red
it must be for
lipstick.
eyes.
Right, okay, I would if you want in bold eyes, I would always go for a nude colour on the lips. Or if you want in purples on your eyes, I would go with like the soft mauve. So like the palette 3, the really soft colours. And then maybe a red lip. But yeah. No, they sound fab. They sound fab. So basically, if you were to use palette 3, I would probably go smitten, tickled, and flippant, which
I love the
are
blues.
so you've still got the purple in. I mean, you can define with cheeky maybe, and then I would go for a red lip. Or if you want in a bold eye, like I say, you could go bold on your eyes. But the thing is with wedding makeup is to get it, because obviously you need to get it right for the cameras, because cameras sometimes don't pick up.
Don't mind me, I'm just going to stick the charger in the phone.
So for your pictures, it's it can be difficult.
Josephine, are you the bride or are you like a guest? I'm just trying to...
Right, so I'm kind of done on my eyes a little bit. So I'm going back to that. I'm going back to the concealer and the concealer brush. The reason I do it like this is you use less product. For me, concealer, I've got quite red cheeks, and I always go slightly underneath.
Josephine's being the bride. Oh, how exciting! I love a good wedding.
Don't I look beautiful?
That's gorgeous. I
I'm
think you
so
should just
rude.
keep it like that.
I go out like this.
Yeah,
Do you know what? Lee wouldn't even notice.
neither would Mervyn. I would think whenever he comes home later on, he'll not even notice that half my face is done, half it's not.
Have you done something with your hair? What?
That's the easiest option for a man, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Done something with your hair? No. It's always been pink. Always been pink. I nearly went on to do what I normally do, but I'm not going to because I'm so excited about showcasing your so excited. For me, I would probably leave that slightly. I'm going to go in with a different, and again, I use the setting spray on my sponge. So I use a brush. And then I use a setting spray. I'm so glad you've got that.
Save your Kitty Winkle's chocolate egg cases, and then you can hide your sponge inside. And it's got
really good.
Younique so it doesn't wet. It's a great idea. Full of gimmicks, me.
I just pop the excess over there.
It's unbelievable how little concealer you actually need to do all that. Loads
I'm
left
still
over.
using. Yeah, I'm still using. Put the lid somewhere, and I don't know where it is.
Because I made the mistake whenever it came at the start, because it came and I thought, oh, I saw everybody do the demo of covering up their tattoo, and of course I went, you know, as you would with normal concealer, and I had like the whole way up my arm. My whole arm was like concealed, and I was like, oh, can't really. And I had the the selfie stick in between my legs, zooming down, trying to get this, ever so calmly talking, oh look, you only need a little amount. I was like, oh my God. So 2 years later, I know that you need like.
We've all done it. We've all done it. Right, so people do this differently. I mean, not everybody does this. I like to do this because I have redness. Younique Cellar Brush. I'm not a Younique rep, by the way. I need to come on and do your sales. Younique Cellar Brush that has got a little well in it in the middle. I know lots of people would pop some of their concealer into the well before they pop their.
I put mine in the outside.
Concealer.
Yeah. Mix it all up.
I would conceal in the middle.
Middle. Okay.
And then
Lesson learned.
always make sure you shake this for about 30 seconds, if that. 10, 15, 30 seconds. Always empty the pipette.
That's what that's called. I just call it a dropper.
Because pipette.
That's so
because there's always products in there. And it depends on what kind of coverage you want. This the Touch Liquid Foundation is like a buildable coverage. So you can have a light coverage, you can put
like
more
this.
on for a medium, and you can go for a fuller you can go for a fuller coverage using your concealer. So if you're in a rush, concealer in the middle. Make sure you shake it. I do 5 drops. 5 drops. And if I need any more, I would probably go in, just dab it on your face. And people are probably going to say, why do that? And then go in and do what I'm going to do. Because I go in and do. And then just, obviously, I've already carved my brows out.
Don't touch the brow.
And again, like circular motions, but when you're doing your motions on here, always make sure that you're coming up, because it stops you dragging your face. So it's supposed to help against wrinkles.
That's what's wrong. That's why I've got chins there, and I'm doing it down the way. Another thing that you taught me, which I never actually knew, it doesn't matter what color you change your hair to, you don't change the color of your foundation. Now, that was a really good tip you gave me months ago, and I thought, oh my God, I never thought about that. Because you automatically think if I went, whenever I had my browner hair, that I need it to go darker. And then now that I'm blonde, I need it to go lighter. But
now, I go from, I'm a drastic kind of girl. So I go from bright pink to a black weave. Yeah, or a black weave. And I never change my foundation, never. It's not your skin you're changing, it's your hair colour. You might find that you might need to use a slightly different toned blusher, or you might need to slightly change up your eye makeup. It's what works for you, and again, I just go in. And I always, even though I've used the brush, I will always dab with a blender. When you're using a blender, don't do this. You're moving the product.
Dab it.
Dab it because you're wanting to dab that into your skin. And because I've used a setting spray on there, it's actually going to last a bit longer. That's that done. That's that done. That's that done. I've not used this. This is Pamela's brand new, all singing, all dancing contour stick.
I really hope you like it.
I'm often asked. It's water. I'm often asked, how do you contour? It depends on each individual. Some people like a really carved look, so they would go in and they would completely change their face shape. They want to look completely different, and very carved. Some people just like to accentuate what they've got.
Mm-hmm.
And people like me like to try and disguise these chins. Try and disguise the chins and make the nose smaller. I mean, you can see that I'm quite fortunate in the fact that obviously I've got no product on there. You can see I've got quite defined cheekbones.
Whereas I've got nothing. Chubby cheek.
But the way around that is obviously you can feel where your cheekbones are. So if you go from like the top of your ear, and I say to go from the top of your ear towards the corner of your mouth is where you should be like aiming. So let's have a look. I'm assuming that's
Black
that's my
end,
concealer
dark end.
end. So that's my concealer end. So I would go from the top of my ear.
No, your concealer end's the white end. That's your contour end you've got.
Not contour. I knew that. So I'm going to contour. I'm just going to bring it down. I don't know if it's the right colour for me. It's very silky smooth. It's very silky smooth. And I'm just going to put a little bit along my hairline.
See, I don't do my hair because nobody sees my forehead, so I just hide it with my friends.
They don't. Nobody sees my right eye, but I have my fringe in the way. I always like to. You see this little dimple that you've got here? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like a tiny bit.
Oh.
And then I've got quite a pointy chin, but I've got like jowls. So you're not going to, you've got a 5 o'clock shadow. You're going slightly underneath. I only ever do a tiny bit. You see my jowly bit? I only ever do a tiny bit.
See, my problem is mine starts there. I can see mine really there. So would I go there around, or would I go on chin out?
I've lost weight, so I've got like a bit of a more pointy chin now. So it's like easier for me to define mine. But before I would do exactly what you've just said, and I would go underneath. I wouldn't put anything underneath here, but I would go from the point of your chin round. Yeah. And then nose. People contour their noses different. I have some clients that like it just up and down. So you would go from the bridge of your nose kind of down. I have some clients that like it down and across. So again, it's just basically you're in a straight line.
It's so easy to draw on.
Don't put too much on the ends because otherwise you look like you've got like a dirty nose. But it is very easy to draw. Very easy to draw, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's brilliant. I'm going to go in with this. And basically with this, you're just kind of like picking out the points that kind of sort of stick out. So along the forehead, along the chin. So I've got a contour there, and then I've got the highlight there, and then underneath. And that for me would be enough for me personally. If you wanted to, some people, like I say, like it really, really contoured. So you would go in slightly darker and you would do it more chiseled, and you can bring this round so it's like around here and up here. Make those more, to make those cheekbones more defined. Yes, your apples are bigger. I look daft. You can, if you want to, use a brush. So I have Younique's contour brush. There's 2 separate ends. Or you can use a blending board, or you can use absolutely anything. Never, ever, ever, when you're doing it, bring it down. I don't have that brush. Never, ever, when you're doing it. Is it fantastic?
Love it. Because you've got the wee diddly end for under your eyes, and then you've got the big end for your buffing.
So I would just literally blend that in. Ooh, I really like this.
Yay!
I really like this. This is really easy to work with. It's, like I say, never bring it down. You're always better like buffing slightly up. So I'm kind of patting, but bringing it up and round into my hairline. So you're not bringing it down any further into your face, you're bringing it up into your hairline. Oh, Pam, this is lovely. This is absolutely lovely. And you know what? I know you said it. I know you said that this was a limited edition, but
Yeah.
I have a feeling that they will bring this out. I think this will.
It's too good to miss because I just, oh, as soon as I saw it, I thought this, I have been crying out for that because I like something that's simple. To me, yes, the contour kit, we have it, but that's too much faffing.
I actually have the contour kit here, you know, and it's really good because it describes where you need to put things and where your highlighter should go and what have you. And yes, it's a good kit. I mean, you can see mine's been very well used, very well used. But again, I don't use the highlighter because
Yep.
I use the Alamode.
No, I like the stick because it's handy. You can have it, you know, you can throw it in your bag. If you're going out at night and you want to just add a wee bit more chiseled look, 2 seconds and you've got it done. That and a blending butter, that and a brush. You know.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Don't forget under your chin. With your chin, you can don't bring anything up onto your face. You're better off kind of like, as you blending away, bring it slightly down because you're trying to create the illusion
That I don't have a big chin.
that you don't have.
Do you notice I have like fixed the thing so that you can hardly see my chin, just so that the line of you coming above me is here.
I'm impressed with this, Pamela. I really like it. I really like it. It doesn't. I mean, I've been known to contour with your
Bronzer, yeah, I love contouring with bronzer.
bronzer. You know, like I needed something really, really quick. I always use a setting spray. So I've done the contour. I'm just gonna blend in that highlight, and it's a case of don't like wipe your highlight all over your face.
Just dab.
Try and keep it into the places where it is. I think Lee and my little one are planting seeds.
Ooh.
I really like this, Pamela. This is lovely. This is lovely. No, I will highly recommend this.
I've actually seen some of the other girls and they've actually done their whole face using the stick.
Oh gosh, yeah. So it's like, yeah. So it's
no need for foundation or whatever.
See, I don't know what this kind of light makes it look like.
Go sideways. Oh yeah, lovely.
The duck face. No, I really like that. I really, really like that. That is absolutely fantastic. I love it. So what I would do when I was are we all right for time and things?
Yeah, tear away.
So what I would do then, because I've done all this, and I know people are going to be like, oh, well, that's a lot of messing about. If you put your foundation on first, then put your foundation on first. Everybody has their own way of putting their own makeup on. Do you know what I mean? And to be fair, when I'm in a rush, I use a powder. I stick a little bit of bronzer on. I always do my brows, regardless of whatever. I always do my brows. I stick a bit of bronzer on. Pardon?
You're the brow queen.
I stick a bit of bronzer on. I've always done that, and then I'll put some lippy on. You know, obviously going out, I would do it. You know, I'm showing you like a step by step is how I would do it on somebody else. So then, because I've already got everything on and I've not gone under my eyes, I would then pick a colour. So my transition was Chipper and my outer corner was Zealous. So I would either choose Chipper or Zealous, and I'm going to go with Chipper because I really don't want, this is supposed to be like an everyday look. And again, I've used the crease brush because for me, the crease brush like gives me a better position. And I'm basically just going to go underneath my eye. Just to define that. And don't worry if you've got a bit of product. Let's get another brush and brush it off. Now that to me, I don't know if you can see, it defines the eye, but it's still light enough to not look like metal going out. And if you really wanted to, you could go in and you could highlight that with either sincere or elated, you know, for those that have just got the palette. So I will go in and I think I'm going to use elated. Just cleaned my brush. And basically, you're just going to go along that brow line.
This is all I want.
I don't think my camera picks that up very well. So I'll try sincere and just see if that picks it up better.
Sincere.
There we go. So I don't know if you can pick that up.
Yep.
But that for me would be all I need now is like my whatchamacallit. So back to palette 3 on the other eye. And because I use Cheeky in here, I'll just clean my brush. I'm going to go in with Cheeky again. That one. And again, I'm just going to bring it under the eye. And basically, it's just going to define the eye. Now, this is a slightly darker, obviously a slightly darker colour. Slightly darker look. So I look quite dark under there. And if you want to, grab your blender and just tickle it, but always tickle it that way. Don't tickle it that way.
Tickle it. I love that. Tickle it.
Yeah, because if you're going heavy-handed, you're not.
You're poking. You're not tickling.
Yeah. Can't be a good tickle. Can't be a good tickle. So that's really my eyes done. Apart from obviously the now this is like my all-time favorite. So Younique, when they first started, brought out a 3D fiber lash. Pam, I'm hoping you've got one.
Probably not up here.
No, I haven't. Sorry, I haven't.
Downstairs.
They brought out a 3D fiber lash, and then they decided they were going to bring out a one-step. Now, this one-step is called Moonstruck Epic Mascara, and it is
the bomb.
The bomb. And if you'll excuse me, I use a little mirror that my friend gave me.
Oh wow, that's so cute.
I use it every day. A friend sent me that.
It's cute.
And basically, I start at the top of my eyes, and I'm going on the top and dragging down. So I'm on the top of my lashes. When you have a mascara, never pump it. So
Pump it.
yeah, never pump it like that, because pumping it like that is like causing germs and stuff. So I've already done the top.
Swirl.
And yeah, you swirl, and you can swirl on your eyes. You know, everybody puts. I have rubbish eyelashes. Rubbish eyelashes.
You're very good. You see, if I'm talking and I'm doing mascara, I'm okay. But you see, if you don't talk, then your mouth goes funny shape. Have you noticed? Everybody does it.
My little one does shout. They're all the way out the back at the other side of the house.
I shut Megan.
And I can't.
She put the door shut.
I can't hear Lou, but I can hear little Lulu.
Well, I think Mervin's out cutting the lawn. I can't see out the window because I'm too short.
For an everyday look, I would just wear one coat. This is absolutely amazing, you know, and I know if I go out or if I've done a glam eye, I'll use two. Now, obviously in my kit, I have loads of different brands of mascara and everything. Like I said before, the only product that I use solely Younique of is
The
Touch
concealer.
Liquid Foundation, the Touch Concealer. And for me, that's because I don't know, I work better with that. It blends better into the skin. It covers what's, you know, like your dark circles and things like that. Or if you need like underneath your eyes to just pop a little bit, it covers that. I've covered tattoos with it. You know, like I've had some clients that have got tattoos on their face, and I've covered that with it. I don't know. I'm just that kind of person that just once I find something that works, then I tend to keep it. But
And
it's
that's
really hard. It's really hard to see and pick up on camera how
lovely pictures for me.
how amazing this is. But yeah, I'll send you some pictures of my two-eyed David Bowie look.
You and your two eyes and me and my half face. But
I
it is
just want to say
unbelievable.
as well, you know, I have used these products and I've put them on at like 7 a.m. and I've not got in until like 11 a.m., 11 p.m., 12 p.m. and it's still going strong, you know, and oh, I've just caught my face. And as a busy working mum, well, saying a busy working mum, I work from home. But as a busy mom, I
You're
provide
an extremely busy mom.
I provide 24-hour round the clock care. Yes. Okay. Sorry, gone back in with a bit of concealer. I have been, what the dickens? I have been known, very naughtily, to go to bed in my makeup.
Tut, tut, tut.
I know,
But I
it's very
bet it's there
naughty.
in the morning.
But I've woken up in the morning and it's pristine and the colours are still there and, you know, because it's so highly pigmented.
Value for money, you get 2 days out of it. Plus, it's the prep, it's the primer, and then it's the setting. That's the most important things. If you can get those two
Yeah,
right, you know,
yeah, it's absolutely everything, you know, and
I think
I do
people
love that myself.
tend to try and cheat and
It's
maybe not
really
use
hard.
primer or maybe
Yeah,
not set. It's
yeah, it's
gorgeous.
really hard to see. I keep looking and thinking, oh, something's not right. I've got two different colour eyes.
That's your OCD kicking in.
Yeah. So blusher, right, okay. Not a lot of people wear blusher. A lot of people will use the contour and then what's in at the moment is your bronzer. However, you can bronze, blush, highlight, and it's called the Neapolitan. So I'm going to
See,
try and
blusher
attempt on
scares
your blush.
me. I think because my cheeks are so red, I automatically think, no, 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 don't do the blusher. But whenever I do put it on, it's beautiful. It really brings out the rest of my makeup because you sort of think, but no, blusher's like, oh God, no, I can't, you know. But no, I've started to wear like a metallic one to kind of lighten it a wee bit.
Yeah, I think the thing is as well with Younique's. So I've gone in with the shimmer side of the bronzer, and I'm just going to go above, slightly above, but just dab it in and bring it up. And basically that should accentuate that contour that I've done.
The bronzer is
Always work up, never work down.
because it'll pull it down. I had my bronzer and I don't know where I put it now. I use bronzer on my eyes too.
Do you know what? I've done exactly that. Just bit of face powder, bit of bronzer on the cheeks, on the eyes. So I'm going to go in with this is blusher and it's called Stunning, and you'll see how it is just so
Pink.
I've had that forever. That is almost 2 years old. And it literally is dab and tap. And I've probably got too much on there. Lots of people struggle with where to put their blusher. Some people like it here. Some people like it on the balls of their cheek. I think you just, I don't know. I tend to ask my clients where they like it. Some will say, I'll just do it, just put it on. Others will say, oh, no. Others will say, I want it more near my contour. Some people will say, I want it more bringing onto the apples of my cheeks. So I kind of go just slightly above the contour. I don't like a very dark blusher, but again,
Just enough to give it a wee bit of pigment.
to give it a little bit of, yeah, because obviously I'm quite red anyway, and I've just got rid of that red. So I really don't want to be accentuating that I've got all that red, but at the same time, I'd like a little glow.
Yep. See, I go for. Oh, where did I put it? I had it a wee minute ago. I've got so much sitting in front of me, it's scary. I had it 2 seconds ago. You wouldn't believe. Oh, there. I would use the metallic blusher.
Yeah, you see, I've got that as well, and I think it's actually that colour.
Support it.
Yeah, I've got Supported and I've got Stunning, and it depends because obviously that's more of a rose gold colour.
Yep.
And that looks amazing with like the splurges. They've got like a rose gold splurge. Yeah. You know, and I think that's the thing, you know, makeup is just so versatile. You know, like my favourite of all time, and I haven't got it with me, but my favourite of all time is Palette 5 from Younique. My all-time favourite. My absolute all-time favourite, you know, and maybe next time we can jump on and
yes, because Palette 5 is super scary. Oh, it's not even in there.
And I don't think it's scary. It's like Palette 5 is my favourite. It's just got some awesome vintagey colours in. So I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
Lips.
So lips, I am going to go in because obviously this is like a day look. I'm going to go in and I'm going to use a plush lip liner. Lots of people don't like lip liners. They don't like the way they feel. Some people are scared to use a lip liner. Oh, I love Palette 5. I love Palette 5. And do you know what? I've used that on my cheeks.
You don't have to go heavy. Everybody looks at it and thinks, oh God, you know, you would have, you know, in your face eyes, but you don't have to go.
You can do some fantastic looks with Palette 5, you know, and Palette 5, believe it or not, this season it's all about brights and like oranges and yellows and so it's brights and it's like a cross between brights versus like a vintage look, which is perfect for me. But so yeah, we'll have to do a Palette 5 look. Yep. But it's really easy. Really, really easy. So yeah, I've got a plush lip liner. Now, if I didn't have a lip liner, then obviously I would line with the Touch Liquid Foundation.
I've got plush too.
The Touch. Have you? I've got loads. I love a lip liner.
I've got my kit stash and then I've got my own stash. So it's in my own stash as well. Plus I've got a lovely pinky one. Punchy.
I've got that one.
See, so like scary.
So I've done like a cross.
to show off your Cupid's bow.
To show off my Cupid's bow.
And then do you know what I would do? I'm going to say it before you do. I would get my oh, I've lost it. I would get my iridescent highlighter, and I would put a wee dab along here. God, that colour looks gorgeous in you. Would you put it all over, or do you just line with it?
I just line with it. Just line with it.
That's beautiful, just like that there.
Panicked then. I thought I'd left the lipstick upstairs. So, and I'm not going to use a matte liquid lipstick this time, although I do love the matte liquid lipsticks. My favourite of all time is Sentimental.
I've got
Absolutely love that. And you have some amazing nudes, yeah, which are great for every day. And I do find that it stays quite well. However, this is my favourite. Well to do. Fabulous everyday colour. So it's in between a nude.
Oh, it's in my handbag down the stairs. I never leave the house without well to do.
It's in between a nude and a pink, I think.
It's gorgeous.
It's really nice. They're really rich. They're really creamy, and they last forever. Absolutely last forever. What am I doing? I'm going back to some concealer.
Because you want to use that up.
This is how you make your lips pop. So we've gone in and we've put some of the highlighter stick here, and we've gone in and we've put the contour in here. So I'm just kind of going to do a really thin. I can hear my little one trying to sing. Sounds like she's strangling the cat.
That's not nice. I sing it that all the time when I sing. Ah, yes.
I feel I've got thin lips. So that to me makes my lip pop.
It does.
And you can if you want to. You can if you want to go along the top. However, I don't want to. I'm going to use this.
It's just
Use this.
it's the best product ever.
I absolutely love it.
And I prefer the powder to the stick. It comes in a stick and it also comes in a liquid, but no, I like the powder better. I don't know why. And because like years ago I would have used pan stick and I had like a shimmer pan stick. Oh my God, I loved it. I would have used it as eyeshadow. But no, I prefer the powder.
Yeah, I prefer this. So I'm literally, I just grab any brush or I use my fingers, but I've got a deluxe brush. And I know I've already gone in.
Bang.
But I absolutely adore this.
Put your concentrating face on.
Oh, caught it with my finger. And it's really difficult sometimes to know where to put your highlighter. Some people either do it all the way up here and it's too high, or some people will do it like really low across the cheeks. I tend to try and go across the top, so where the light would hit naturally. So to me, my light hits naturally here.
Yep.
So that's exactly where I'm going to go. And yet I've got a massive, great big line. But I love this brush. It's the brush of many things.
That is actually in the offer for this month as well.
You see, on your offer this month, you've got quite a few things on offer this month.
Yes. We have the first choice. There's 3 steps. So the first one is prep. So you get to choose between your Glorious Primer or your concealer. So that's step 1. You pick between those. You get your choice of liquid foundation. And there's also a special guarantee on that for this month. If for some reason, whenever you get it, it's the wrong color, you just contact Younique and they will send you out another shade for free, and you get to keep the wrong shade. Okay, then the 4th step is the finishing. So you can have the choice of the 2 brushes, the liquid foundation brush or the puff brush, and the other part is either the setting powder or the setting spray. So you've got the choice of 4 in the 3rd section. But you see, I would have been a powder girl, but just watching you today, I think you're now swinging me towards the spray.
I think for me, I mean, I love the powder, don't get me wrong, and I've used it to bake before. It's where you kind of like, you put your concealer on and then you put powder on to set it, and you leave it for a while and then you just dust it off. And it is very, very good for setting your makeup. I prefer a spray. So for me, I'm done. So if you don't want a lot of shine, the powder's great.
Yep.
The powder's absolutely fantastic. But a spray, I'm done, and I know now that will stay.
So you'll have to go out with one eye palette 1 and one eye palette 3 now.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
You see there, you're gonna cover that pink eye and nobody will notice. Lulu, thank you so much. I picked up so many tips, and I'm so excited.
You're welcome. Any questions, anything, I don't mind jumping on. Even, I mean, obviously, if you tag me in this, and then I don't mind answering any questions. If anybody wants me to, like if somebody says, oh, well, I'd like to see what such and such looks like and how do I use that, if I've got that product, I don't mind showing. If not, send it over to me. I'll do what I need to do, show it and send it back. I don't mind helping out at all. But this, I love this. This is fantastic.
It's so
Absolutely
handy.
Fantastic. It's really easy to use. It blends well. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Look at that glow.
I know, I was looking at that whenever you were moving. I was like, my God.
I've got lipstick on my teeth. Lipstick on my teeth. But no, thank you very much for that. I've enjoyed it. It's been lovely.
Thank you so much.
Really has been lovely.
You're an absolute star. And now I better fix this side of my face so that it matches this one.
See, well, I need a trip to Ireland, you see, that's what it is. I need to come over to you and then do it live from your workstation. On you.
I would love that.
We need to arrange that.
Yes, we do.
We need to arrange that. The girls would love it too.
This summer we'll get it sorted.
We will. Should be very excited.
Lulu, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart.
You're more than welcome. More than welcome. I've enjoyed it. Thank you. Normally I'm like really nervous, but I think doing it with you, it just, I don't know, just made it easier.
Oh, thank you.
Put it at ease. I'll take some photographs and I'll send you some photographs over, and then.
Perfect.
Brilliant. And I'm sure you can remember what I used.
Yes, I do.
Fantastic. All right then, darling. I'm going to go.
Thank you.
Clean my station up. You're more than welcome. I'll speak to you in a bit. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.